What's up, y'all? This your boy Casey for your Kingston for Life Wrestling Takes. I'm officially back with the review, and what a great way to start the review back up by reviewing Full Gear 2021. It is now under the ropes. It's finished, and after I finish watching that pay-per-view, I'm ready for Dynamite. Overall, was Full Gear just as good as All Out? It was good, but I still think All Out was better. And I'm going to tell you exactly why I feel that way. I'll give you my final grade once I'm done rating the whole show. But like I said, pretty good show. Let's go ahead and break down every match, all 10 matches. The first match on the pre-show all the way to the very end. So before the first match on the pre-show, we had my man Dante Martin come out talking. No Leo Rush. Leo still is back home with his family, grieving over the loss of his grandmother. So Dante was out there cutting a promo, talking about how everybody wants his services, how Team Taz wants his service, how, just everybody. Everybody wants his service in AEW. He knows he's the hottest thing since sliced bread, but he has options. Right now he's rolling with Leo, and that's all that matters. Well, as he tried to finish his promo, Max Caster, Anthony Bowens interrupt him. They come out. Max Caster cut his little rap, his little cheesy rap that he always do. And Anthony Bowens, as soon as he hopped on the mic and started cutting up, the crowd started telling them to shut the F up. I said, man, listen, I am a heavy Acclaim fan, and I can't wait till the day they win those AEW Tag Team Championships, because it's going to be oh so glorious. Fans are going to be crying, and I don't give a rat's behind about it, because I am a heavy Acclaim fan. I wasn't at first, but I'm on board with them. So more than likely with them talking about them shooting a shot at trying to get a hold of Dante Martin's services, that has basically made a match. So now on Dynamite, we're going to get the Acclaim versus Leo Rush and Dante Martin. I believe that match is going to slap, and I can't wait to see it. So on the pre-show, we got Thunder Rosa, Hikaru Shida versus Jamie Hayter and Nyla Rose. This was actually a very good tag team match. You had Vicky out there running her mouth, sounding like a complete fool, acting goofy as heck, acting extra silly, just clowning. But the matchup just wasn't any kind of matchup. Everybody who's in this match is facing each other in the TBS tournament match. So, and Serena Deeb was sitting ringside, which was great part of the storytelling, because we know that the feud between her and Sheeta ain't nowhere near over. So the fact that she was sitting ringside played everything. It played everything into what took place. Now, I think Sheeta's dealing with a nagging knee injury, so that was the whole storyline of that match. But somehow, some way, Sheeta was able to pull the upset, and her and Thunder Rosa end up winning, which now tells me that Thunder Rosa and Jamie Hayter might mess around and win their matches when they face them in the tournament. But anything can happen in AEW, so good to open the tag team match on the pre-show. Now, this match right here, Darby Allen, MJF, my goodness. You might say this is match of the night. You can definitely say that this is a candidate for match of the night. These two opened the show, and I did not see them two open the show. I did not see these two opening the show, but Tony Khan picked them, and boy was he right. Darby Allen, MJF came in there, and they tore the freaking house down, and this was one of the hottest times that the crowd was extremely hot. They was in this match from the beginning to the very end, and as always, Darby Allen looked like he was going to win this match multiple times. MJF's story about his knee, that was the whole story. They was tussling, rolling all over, pinfall here, pinfall there, move there. And then eventually you knew that the Pinnacle members was going to get involved. Shawn Spears came running out there with a chair. Right behind him was Wardlow. Sting was right there waiting for him. He beat the brakes off of him with a baseball bat, sent them goons back to where they was coming from. Now, with all the distractions going on, you knew MJF was going to find a way to cheat. Well, He found a way to pull out his diamond ring, knocked out Darby, got the victory. The right man won, and he sold the mess out them knees. Listen, MJF is coming, folks. Listen. I'm getting more and more impressed with this young man every time I see him in the ring. This was one of my pushbacks about MJF. I said the young man could talk his tail off, but one of my biggest pet peeves about him was he needed a lot of work in the ring. He's been shutting me up. MJF is one. I'm telling you, he's one of the best in the game right now. I'm serious. At 25 years old, I'm loving everything that he do in the ring, all the clown stuff that he be doing. And Darby Allen, man, my goodness. I remember when I had first seen Darby Allen, I was like, who's this Daisy Dukes looking like he just came out of Halloween Town, a.k.a. Jack Skellington. I'm like, who is this fool? Listen, this dude right here has been, and he just let it get beat up because he a skateboarder, so he used to taking falls and everything. Man, Darby Allen and MJF tore the house down. This match was everything. I love this opener. I can't hate on nothing that happened in this match because I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. Even I knew MJF was winning, but still I was on the edge of my seat, and I can't be mad. Two of these fellas, they tore the house down. They did work. Kudos to the both of them. So next, we get the AEW Tag Team Championship match. We got the Lucha Bros versus FTR with Tully Blanchard. This was another classic. It was slow at first, but what happened at the end is kind of confusing because a lot of people was wondering, was Cash the legal man or was Dax the legal man? This match was basically a tribute to Eddie Guerrero because I think yesterday was the day that he passed away. So it was a lot of Three Amigos. Everybody was dancing, doing the little shuffle that he always did, the Viva La Raza. But with them doing all the crazy move sets on one another, tearing each other up, FTR found a way to not win this match, even though it was a part where I thought if they won. I believe it was Cash. I think it's Dax. It was Dax Harwood. Dax Harwood had the man pinned, and I thought he got the boom 1, 2, 3 when the ref went to 3. I thought he had the 3 count, but he kicked out of that, and I said, man, I'm like, wait a minute, did FTR just win them titles back? Nope. So the spot that everybody was complaining about, which I think was kind of dumb, they tried to pull off the mask thing, the switcheroo, where they ran under the ring and they put the mask on, the switcheroo, so the legal man was out the ring. And I think it was Cash that put the mask on and jumped in the ring and got pinned by Pentagon. I think it was Pentagon that pinned him. But I don't know. It really didn't make no sense. So I'm asking myself, it must not be over. I think they're going to try to run this back again, which now they might mess around and throw Proud and Powerful in there because of what just took place in a match, which I'll talk about a little bit later on. But this was a good match. Very good match. This match right here. Now, I did not see this man winning. I had Miro winning easy. Miro, Brian Danielson, but I should have known better. When that man said that he's never beaten that man, I should have knew that they was going to go ahead and give it to everybody. Shout out to my boy Jeff, a.k.a. OTR Essential. Everybody's favorite politician, Brian Danielson. Man, listen. Miro was beating the snot out of him. Brian was getting beat up. Brian was getting his tail handed to him. You thought Roman Reigns tore him up at WrestleMania 37. No, Miro beat the brakes off of Brian Danielson. He beat his tail. But Brian found a way to win. And that's why I was sitting up and saying, like, oh no, Brian winning. Does that mean that Kenny's going to retain? Now, right here, I think this is when the crowd kind of started to die down. Now, they was in the match. They was in it, but they kind of was like, it was mixed. Half people was kind of, they was in it, but they wasn't in it, if you get my drift. They was making noise, They definitely were, but it was kind of like they was kind of dying down. Now I'm not sure if this was just basically because of cats just got tired. Oh, excuse me, it's getting late. Uh, I don't know, but cats was just sitting on their hands and knees. I obviously thought this was an excellent wrestling match. This was a storytelling heavy. It was storytelling heavy, and I was expecting CJ to show up, but the fact that she didn't show up, which is now like, So Miro's character is this religious zealous nut whose so-called God keeps letting him down. So what is next for him? What is next for Miro? I don't know. I have no clue. And I know he was dealing with a nagging hamstring injury because as you can see, his hamstring, his quad was taped up. So I don't know. Maybe that's probably why they went on and had the man win. But we'll see. Let's see. Brian Danielson wins the match. Overall, good match. Good match. Now, this match right here. This was the Spot Fest / Comedy Fest / we're going to do everything in our power to make this match be good. Was this a good 6-man tag team match? Yep. But, like I said, it was a comedy fest to the T. Everybody in this match had a spot. Everybody. Everybody did a little something. Everybody made each other look good. Adam Cole he was the one that had the color. Lucha Bros. Young Bucks and Adam Cole brought out knee pad, thumbtack knee pads. I said, who's sitting up thinking of this goofy man stuff? I mean, that's what I said. The Bucks are a comedy act. And they didn't turn Adam Cole into a clown too. And then, like I say, Jurassic Express, they turned into a circus act as well. Same thing with Christian. But man, did they take some bumps in this match. This was the match for the spots. People be talking about Spot Fest. This was the heavy Spot Fest match. Spot Fest like nobody's business. But overall, it was a good match. Because the Minneapolis street fight, I didn't really need to see that. So I would have preferred just to have this match over that match. And I'll talk about that when I get there. But the outcome of this match, I had the Bucks and Adam Cole winning. No. Now, they did a good job by protecting Adam Cole. Adam Cole didn't get pinned. I believe it was Matt. I think Matt was the one that took the pinfall because he got hit in the head with the chair show, whatever they call that thing, where you put somebody on the chair, put their head, and then you whack them with the chair. And Christian gave Jungle Boy the chair, which is a symbolism of what's to come between their relationship. Because Jungle Boy did not want to do it. He was very conflicted. If you paid any attention to what happened, he was very conflicted about whacking that man with the chair. But he went on and did it. And Jurassic Express, well needed. Because I'm trying to remember. I don't remember the last time they won at a pay-per-view. I'm trying to remember when was the last time they won. But they needed this win. They needed it bad. They needed it. And Jungle Boy gets the pinfall. I'm sorry, y'all. Like I said, it's late. But well deserved. Like I said, good match. It's comedy fest to the T. Because I was on the floor crying, laughing. So it was the scene where Jungle Boy had got super kicked and the table was right there. The way how he just fell back like he just was ready to lay. I said, man, look, they was clowning the whole time. Everybody was clowning in this match. I mean, everybody. I say, man, I ain't never seen a circus fest like this. It was a circus fest to the T, but it was a good circus fest. I told you. Certain matches, you can have your certain comedy matches on the show, but it got to be good. I don't want it to just be a circus fest and it ain't good. This was a good match. It was a good match, but it was very circus heavy and you knew it was going to be the Spot Fest. The right team went over, so congratulations to them. But I believe there's a storyline that's spewing between Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, and Christian Cage. I'm telling you right now. So this matchup right here. Cody Rhodes, Pac, Malachi Black, Andrade. This match should have been saved for Dynamite. We did not need this match. I told you, Tony Khan, everybody and their mama's mama don't need to be on the pay-per-view. I understand that Pac and Andrade was supposed to be on All Out. I get it. I knew that's why they had to have this match on the show. But this matchup could have been saved for Dynamite. I'm going to be honest with you. It was a good tag team match, but I wasn't really paying too much attention to it. I wasn't. Now, it was story heavy. It's heavy. It was very story heavy because Cody Rhodes was acting like a straight clown this whole time. He wanted to make known that he's still a babyface, even though he was getting booed like crazy. Basically, hanging outside the whole match the whole time. Oh, and he had to make sure Arn came out there because he was getting booed. They was talking about F you Cody chants and all this crazy stuff. But also another story was peaking. Malachi Black and Andrade wasn't seeing eye to eye. Just like Pac and Cody wasn't seeing eye to eye. The two of them wasn't seeing eye to eye. So I don't know what the clown they trying to tell. I don't know. But I'm telling you, this matchup could have been saved for Dynamite. Now, I had Malachi Black and Andrade winning. No, they didn't. They had Pac win so Cody could get his victory. See, Cody think he's slick. He ain't slick. I was like, come on now. But this match, it could have been saved. We did not need this on Full Gear. I think for me, this kind of what kind of killed my vibe for the show. It was a decent tag team match, but we could have done away with this. This matchup shouldn't even been on the show. I told you, Tony Khan, you don't need to have everybody and their mama's mama on the show. I don't care. It must be important. Yes, is this storyline important? Sure. But the fact that you already had such a stacked card, you don't have to... see, it's one thing to have a stacked card. It's another thing to overstack the card. And to get the crowd tired and where it's like, man, just dragging stuff out. You didn't need to have this. This could have been saved for a Dynamite. You could have put this on Dynamite and I would have been happy. And I think they could have told a much better story on Dynamite rather than what they tried to do on Full Gear. That's just my honest opinion about that. Maybe you feel different, but I just think that this matchup could have been held for Dynamite. Cody Impact wins. I don't know where we go from that because Cody's still trying to fight this heel turn. He needs to hurry up and turn heel. That's all I'm saying about that. This matchup right here. Britt Baker versus Taya Conti. Now, the matchup started slow, but I'm going to be honest with you. The MVP of this match was Taya Conti. Taya Conti actually showed me something. She showed me that she can actually go when she wants to. And I want to say that's a testament to Britt. Now, I know Britt ain't the best, but Britt did what she was supposed to do, and that's make Taya look great. And Taya was out there dang near carrying her. I'm serious. Taya Conti was dang near carrying Britt at some points of the match. She really was. And the fact that Andrade was not even at her corner, which makes me think there is going to be some kind of issue taking place between the two of them. The fact that she was not in her corner, yet Britt had her goons right there talking about Rebel and Jamie Hayter. And they was cheating their behinds off. You knew they was going to cheat. But Taya was out there handling her business because she wanted to show, yeah, I'm the underdog, but I can beat you, Britt. I can beat you. Now, there was a spot that a lot of people was complaining about because they just figured the match should have been over right there. Britt did the curve start on twice. Then she going to go push her head down. And that's kind of what messed her up. And then that's when Taya rolled her up. And then that's when the match continued on. I think I agree with it. Like, they should have just ended the match right there. But Taya showed up and showed out. She was the MVP of the match. And I'm telling you right now, young lady, keep it up. Maybe somewhere down the line, you might mess around to be AEW Women's Champion. But I believe Taya Conti was the MVP of that match. Taya Conti all day. But Dr. DMD, as we called it, retains her championship. But I'm telling y'all right now, Dr. DMD, if you notice, the more she continues on her feuds with her fights or whoever she wrestles, everything is getting tougher for her because we know that her reign is coming to an end. And we know who's going to take that championship off of her. It's Miss Thunder Rosa. I'll just let you know right now what's going to pop off. The match that was thrown together 2 weeks ago, based off of promo work alone, was everything in a bag of chips. Another match for Match of the Night candidate. Eddie Kingston and CM Punk tore the freaking house down. You might as well say this might be CM Punk's best match yet. And he's had a lot of bangers with a lot of the cats he got in the ring with. Eddie Kingston ain't played no games with this fool. He didn't play not one game. He came in there, started, and late. First of all, he knocked him out right at the beginning before the match even started. He told him, I ain't playing with you, fool. I told your behind. You listen. This is what you wanted. You wanted to fight me. Well, I'm bringing you to fight. And I'm finna lay your tail out. And that's exactly what he did. He tore him up. And not only did he tear him up, he busted that boy open. CM Punk was bleeding all over the place. I loved it. I said, man, he making CM Punk work, and I'm loving it. I say the CM Punk that we wanted from the get-go is showing up. He's showing up, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Kingston, kudos to you, sir, for doing what a lot of cats been wanting from the get-go with CM Punk. Cats got tired of this happy-go-lucky CM Punk because if you listen during the match, fans were starting to boo CM Punk. And I asked myself, I said it in a Twitter tweet, I said, does this mean that CM Punk turns heel? I'm not saying he's turning heel now, but who knows? But I can guarantee you, this feud ain't nowhere near over. Because, as I called it, CM Punk found a way to make him go to sleep. Knocks him out, 1, 2, 3, gets pinfall. So after the match, CM Punk extends his hand out. Eddie Kingston looks at him, walks off. This feud ain't nowhere near over. So now, in fact, for cats been asking for a feud with Punk, here you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. Match of the night candidate to the fullest. Punk, Kingston, they tore the house down. I loved it. Great match. Excellent match. Now, this circus. Now, I said the Falls Count Anywhere match was a circus. No, this was the real circus. This match had absolutely no business being on the card. I knew why it was on the card. This match could have been saved for Rampage. I'm serious. I am serious. This match could have been saved for Rampage. I didn't need this circus act at all because this basically was a circus act. Listen, just trying to bring together the UFC folk with the AEW folk, wrestling folk. Look, y'all, it's I don't think it's gonna work. Dan Lambert is an excellent mouthpiece, which I believe he's gonna stick around. But all the buffoonery that was happening in this match. First of all, look, a street fight. Why the heck is cats acting like it's a tag team match when in the street fight rules there is no rules? What are you standing around for? Beat the snot out of your opponents. They were standing there like this is some kind of Survivor Series match. That's why a lot of people was wondering, like, what the clown is, a Minneapolis street fight? I said, yo, this match was all over the place. Now, the one part about this match that a lot of fans was talking about, Chris Jericho went to go hit Dan Lambert with something. He looked under the ring, and he pulled out Prince's symbol, which he used to have when he was alive, and the fans started chanting Purple Rain. So they got a Purple Rain chant because, you know, he's from Minnesota, and that's where they was doing the show live from. That was the one spot. Scorpion Sky was getting tore up the whole time. Ethan Page was getting beat up. They tried to make the UFC guys look like they can manhandle folk, which was okay. But overall, man, I really didn't give a rat's behind about this match. I'm telling you, this matchup could have been saved for Rampage. If it's two matches that could have been pulled from this show, it's the Cody Rhodes tag team match and this match. You could have pulled these matches. You put Cody Rhodes and them on Dynamite. You save this for a special Rampage, and there we have it. I knew that we had to have this as the pay-per-view because we got to get everybody on the freaking card. You don't have to have everybody on the freaking pay-per-view card. This is what I guess I'm going to have to get on Tony Khan's case on a regular basis. You don't have to have everybody and their mama's mama on the card. You don't. I don't give a care how important this feud felt. This matchup alone could have been saved for Rampage. I would have been cool with the buffoonery happening on Rampage than I did at this pay-per-view. Because, see, now when everybody see this stupid match, they're going to say, what was the point of this stupid match? And the only reason Dan Lambert was in the match because you knew Chris Jericho was going to lay him out. You already knew that. So Jericho did what he was supposed to do. They did make Dan Lambert look like he was going to beat that man, but you knew it wasn't going to happen. Chris Jericho ends up pinning Dan Lambert, locks him out with the Jews effect. 1, 2, 3, Inner Circle end up winning. So, right at the Inner Circle wins. Tony Schiavone gets up. He says, I want to introduce y'all a young man who's joining AEW. Jay Luther comes out. Now, let me go ahead and let me talk about the elephant in the room. AEW just signed Jay Lethal. There's been a lot of people that have been saying, hey, AEW, when are you going to start bringing in more black folk? They bring in Jay Lethal. Well, Jay Lethal has a lot of baggage. He has a lot of baggage that he left behind while he was in Ring of Honor. Did he do some stuff? He probably did. I don't know. I got to go back and look at actually what was the allegations that was brought up against him, because apparently it was a lot of stuff that was brought up against him. At the end of the day, man, if the man was he found guilty? Was he found guilty? That's all I want to know. Because everybody, let's listen, and I'm not finna sit up here and act like he wasn't guilty. But the deal is, Tony Khan brought him on, and Tony think he's straight. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. I mean, for me, I'm not really the biggest Jay Lethal guy anyway. So, I mean, it's a decent signing because he's a legit wrestler. He can wrestle his tail off. He can definitely talk. But when it comes to signing us, I don't want cats to be having baggage. Because it just seems like every time AEW bring in somebody, everybody just go run and see, well, what's the baggage on? Like, what did they do? They always trying to find some bad stuff on them. It's like, because a lot of people just want AEW to fail, period. So they always go look up the baggage. Like, I wasn't even thinking about Jay Lethal coming to AEW, to be honest with you. And now the fact that this is all they're going to be focusing on. AEW signing somebody with bad baggage. That's all they focus on, because I told you at the end of the day, fools want AEW to beat. They want AEW to fail. I don't know how many times I got to say this, but they want AEW to fail. They want Vince McMahon to buy. At the end of the day, they want Vince McMahon to buy AEW. This is what they want. They want AEW to be just like WCW 2001. That's basically what they want. And I don't believe that's going to happen. So, like I said, I'm not too big on Jay Lethal anyway, but I see a lot of people is happy that they signed him. That's great. So anyway, he challenges Sammy Guevara. He said, I know you just had your match, but I'm challenging you to your TNT Championship, and how about we do the match on Dynamite? Well, Sammy just comes out, looks at him, hops on the mic. He said, you're on, sir. So obviously that match going to be a banger. Now, you know Sammy not losing the championship, but there you have it, folks. And so, I mean, it is what it is. Tony signed the man. What you going to do? I guess you're going to cancel AEW. I guess you cancel AEW. But he signed him. He feel he's good, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is, so. And now, the reason why I bought the pay-per-view in the first place. Kenny Omega versus Adam HangMan Page for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. Everything about this match had me like, man, it is time to pull the trigger. It is time. It's time. Like, Kenny Omega has had a great title run, but that man needs to go rest his wounds. He needs to rest his body. He needs to chill. Like I said, take a year off if he needs to take a year off. Go rest, because when he get back, he's going to start having classes again. They did everything in their power, just like I said in my prediction. They made you think Hangman was not going to win the championship. I knew that the Bucks was going to find a way to come out there. I knew the referee was going to find a way to get knocked out. Don the Clown was being his usual clownish self, acting a complete fool, cheating his tail off. I mean, they did everything. I mean, laying there, you got Adam out here doing the one-wing angel on Kenny Omega, which was actually something I didn't see. But the storytelling between the Bucks, Kenny, Adam was excellent. Bucks walk out there. They look at that man in the face. They walk to the other side. They look at him again. They give him a nod, say, finish the deal. Clothesline, knocked him out. 1, 2, 3. Adam freaking Page. Adam Hangman Page. Cowboy Poop. Red Dead Redemption is your new AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Yes, sir. Great moment. That's what I'm talking about. That was a genuine moment, and everybody in the IWC, even people who favor WWE, was on page with this decision. I was looking throughout my entire timeline. A lot of people was very happy about this. It was well deserved. The Dark Order came out to celebrate with him. Man, I mean, it was an excellent moment. Excellent. Kenny Omega did the right job. He did what he had to do. He put my boy over. Adam Hangman Page is the new AEW World Heavyweight Champion. I cannot wait to Dynamite. I'm ready for the next chapter. This is the next chapter of AEW moving forward. We are now under the Cowboy Poop Era. This is the Cowboy Poop Era of Dynamite. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my official review for Full Gear 2021. How do you feel about the show? Hit the freaking comment section up. Hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I'm telling you, man, it was great. Wasn't the best show, but it was a great show. I'm going to say this. My final grade, I was at a 6. But the main event had me jump to an 8. The main event alone. I was at a 6 because of the Goofy Clown Million Lapper street fight. But the main event had me jump all the way to an 8. So that is my official final grade for Full Gear 2021. 8 out of 10. Was it better than All Out? Nope. But it was definitely a good pay-per-view. Wasn't a bad pay-per-view at all. But like I said, it's all about certain matches that they didn't need on the show. I think pacing was fine. The pacing was fine. I really didn't have an issue with the pacing. But like I said, 2 matches that you could have easily pulled from the show. Cody's match, Jericho's match. And I think the show would have been great. I mean, it would have been phenomenal. I probably would have gave it a 9. But for me, I'm sticking with an 8 out of 10. Honest review, I try my best not to be as biased because y'all know I'm a hardcore AEW head. I said, but at the end of the day, that's my take. However you feel about it, hit the comment section up. This your boy Kingston, Kingston for Life Wrestling Takes. I'm gone.